Talk about capacitors, which are devices designed specifically for storing electric charge. So here are some examples. And in circuit diagrams, we use the symbol. So these are used in computer motherboards, in photo flash units, television, radio circuits, cell phones, etc. So the ability of a capacitor to store charge is called as capacitance. So it is defined as the ratio of charge to potential difference. So the SI unit for capacitance is farad, which is named after Michael Faraday. So 1 farad is 1 coulomb per volt. Q is the amount of charge in one plate and the potential difference between the plates for the denominator. So in most capacitors, the microfarad or picofarad range is usually used. So the most common type of capacitor is the parallel plate capacitor. This is how it looks like. So there are two flat plates separated by a small gap, and three factors are affecting the value of the capacitance. So one is the area of the plate. So the bigger the area, so the bigger the capacitance. And then second is the distance between plates. So the closer the plates to one another, the greater the capacitance. And the type of material is placed between the two plates also is a factor, or what we call dielectric. Okay, the insulating material or the dielectric. So when the separation of the plates is small, okay, compared to their size, so there's a slight fringing of the electric field. So that is the effect of the distance between the plates. So the dependence of the capacitance on the mentioned factors is expressed using this formula. So where epsilon is the permittivity of the insulating material or dielectric, A is the area of one plate in square meters for the SI unit, and the distance between plates in meters. So here are some examples with permittivity. So it's times 10 to the power of negative 11. So if you're going to use, for example, air or vacuum, so you need to put times 10 to the power of negative 11. So the unit is reciprocal of the Coulomb's law constant unit. So it's Coulomb squared per Newton meter squared. Given this capacitor consisting of two square metal plates, each measuring 5 times 10 to the power of negative 2 meter on a side, and in between the plates is a sheet of mica measuring 1 times 10 to the power of negative 4 meters. Okay, thick. So what is the capacitance of the capacitor? So given we have the given side of the metal, okay, for the plates, so it's a square. So given its side, we can solve for its area. So side squared for getting the area of a square. So that's 5 times 10 to the power of negative 2 meters. Quantity squared, but it's 0.0025 square meters. And we have the thickness. So D is 1 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So mica has a permittivity of 4.8 times 10 to the negative 11 Coulomb squared per Newton meter squared. So for letter A, we're going to get the capacitance. So using the formula, okay, permittivity times the area of the parallel plate capacitors over the thickness of the insulating material. So we have 4.8 times 10 to the negative 11 coulomb squared per Newton meter squared times 0.025 square meters, and then all over 1 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So checking on the units for dimensional analysis, so we cancel out meters squared, so we get coulomb squared per Newton meter, or that's coulomb squared per Newton meter is joule. So would it be equal to farad? So 1 farad is 1 coulomb per volt. And we know that 1 volt is 1 joule per coulomb. So joule per coulomb, or that's 1 coulomb squared per joule. All right, so we have the correct units. 1.2 times 10 to the negative 9 farads, or that's 1.2 nanofarad. Okay, or this is farad. And for letter B, in one plate is 2 times 10 to the negative 8. What is the potential difference between the two plates? So if Q is 2 times 10 to the negative 8 coulombs. So capacitance is storage over potential difference. Or you can just write V instead of delta V, so that's fine. So the potential difference is Q over C. So from 2 times 10 to the negative 8 and C from letter A. So that was 1.2 times 10 to the negative 9. And farad. So 1 coulomb per farad, K is 1 volt. Since 1 volt is 1 farad rather, is 1 coulomb per volt. So the resulting unit is volts. So 16.67 volts. Two real-world applications worth noting for capacitors. So capacitive keyboards, for example, so when you press a key, a movable plate gets closer to the fixed plate, increasing the capacitance. So the keyboard detects this change and registers the key press. So no physical contact is required. And another is in the medical field, defibrillators. So these are capacitors that slowly charge up and then discharge a large pulse of energy through the heart in milliseconds. So these can restore a normal heartbeat during cardiac arrest or cardiac fibrillation. So a beautiful example of stored electrical energy being released rapidly.